Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive.
Great to be back.
So today we're doing something a little different, really honing in on one specific thing. It's the lyrics to Alison McLean's song, Salute the Sun. Just the words.
Exactly. We're treating the text itself as almost like a detailed map or a portrait of a single moment in time.
Yeah, not the music, just the picture painted by the words.
Yeah.
And our goal really is to unpack all the imagery, the themes, basically what makes this description of greeting the day tick.
And it's fascinating because it's all built around a ritual, isn't it? The whole narrative focuses on that very specific window, the shift from night to the very first moments of day.
That transition.
That transition. So to really get it, we have to look at the pieces she uses, the colors, the sounds, even the feel of the air to build this sense of, renewal.
And running through it all, there's that line that keeps coming back, kind of like the instructions, right?
Yeah.
As we salute to the sun, life begins when the day is young.
That's the core mantra. It sets everything up.
It tells you this isn't just passive observation. It's an action. You have to do something. Salute. It feels intentional.
Absolutely. It's the reason for getting up early, really. And the lyrics jump right into justifying that effort, starting with what you actually see.
Okay, yeah, let's get into that visual side of dawn then. The text says the sky will lighten with a show, and the sunrise casts a glow. Pretty standard sunrise stuff, man.
That's France, yeah. But then it gets specific.
Right, the colors. It picks out orange and pink we flow. Now that struck me. Why orange and pink? They feel softer, maybe.
Yeah.
Not the usual blazing gold or fiery red you might picture.
That's a great point. That softness is crucial, I think. Orange and pink. They're the colors before the main event, aren't they?
Before the sun really bursts through.
Exactly. They suggest warmth, yeah, but also something gentler, maybe more vulnerable. If she'd used gold and red, it would feel more, aggressive, powerful, like the moment's already happened.
Okay, so orange and pink keeps us in that unfolding moment. It's still happening. See, gentle. You're witnessing something kind of intimate.
Precisely. The climax isn't the sun being fully up, it's the process, the becoming.
Which brings us to that word choice.
Yeah.
In orange and pink, we flow. Flow. Light doesn't usually flow, does it? It spreads or appears. Flowing sounds like water.
That's a really key verb there, flow. I think it works to dissolve the boundary between you and the sunrise.
What do you mean?
Well, if light just appears, it's over there on the horizon, something you watch. But if it flows, it suggests it's moving around you, enveloping you.
Okay, so it's not just watching the show, you're in the show.
Mm.
Bathed in it.
Exactly. Total immersion. You're not separate from the orange and pink. You're flowing with it or in it. It connects the external sight to your internal state.
So it becomes this moment of almost merging with the dawn, which ties right back to that life begins idea. The renewal is literally washing over you in these soft colors.
Perfectly put. The visual isn't just pretty, it's the trigger. It's the mechanism for feeling new. Saluting the sun means letting that initial soft light just soak in.
Okay, so that's the visual, the light. But the lyrics also ground us very firmly in a place, don't they? Using things you wouldn't necessarily see.
Yes, the other senses come into play to build the environment. It's clearly coastal, and we get these really specific physical details.
Like the air.
Like the air, exactly. It says the air is crisp. Instantly, you know it's early morning. Before the heat builds, there's a freshness, a clarity, maybe even a slight chill.
That crispness feels like a contrast to the soft flowing light we were just talking about. It's almost like it sharpens your senses, wakes you up physically.
It does. It's the tactile part of waking up. It's bracing. But then there's another detail, even more specific to the location. The tides are low.
Right, low tides. Why mention that specifically? What does that add?
Well, practically speaking, low tide means more beach, right? The water's pulled back, exposing sand flats, maybe rocks. It creates a bigger, quieter, more open stage for the sunrise. You feel more alone with it.
Okay, so it affects the physical space. Makes it feel vast.
It does. And maybe metaphorically, too. Low tide is the point of maximum retreat. The quietest point before the water rushes back in for high tide.
So, like a pause. A moment of emptiness before the day fills up.
Kind of, yeah. Like the beach itself is holding its breath, ready for the day. It mirrors that sense of inner quiet, perhaps, before the energy of the day kicks in.
That's interesting. The landscape reflecting the internal state of readiness. And then in this big, quiet, low-tide space, you get the sound, the main sound.
The waves, yes. Waves are crashing one by one.
And she gives that sound a specific role, calling it the ocean's drum. waking up with the ocean's drum.
The drum metaphor is powerful. Why a drum, though? If it's meant to be peaceful, wouldn't something gentler fit better, like lapping waves? Crashing sounds forceful.
Yeah, that's a good point. Crashing and a drum. It implies rhythm, but also impact. Maybe even a little aggression. Seems slightly at odds with the calm sunrise vibe.
It could seem that way, but think about what a drum does in rituals. It sets a pace, it provides a beat, it calls people together or calls them to attention. Okay, so it's not chaos, it's rhythm, cadence.
Exactly. It's the heartbeat of the place.
Yeah.
And it's insistent. The ocean isn't whispering, wake up, it's drumming it. It's the planet's own rhythm section demanding your attention.
It's the wake-up call you can't ignore.
Right. It transforms the natural sound into the official start time. The beat for the salute. It's reliable, rhythmic, unavoidable. That's the real reveille.
So the drum turns the waves from just background noise into the actual timekeeper for this ritual, linking the day's start to the ocean's pulse.
Precisely. It's the sound of the new day making a very definite, disciplined entrance, not just drifting in.
Okay, so we have the sights, the sounds, the feel of the air. Let's talk about the person doing the saluting, because the lyrics are pretty clear. This takes effort. It's a specific, brief moment they're aiming for.
Yes, this part really highlights the active participation. This isn't someone who just happens to wake up early. They're seeking this out, deliberately.
And they're active during it, too. It mentions surfing the early morning hues. So not just sitting and watching, they're interacting with it. Engaged, yeah. And the timing is critical. Before the sunrise is due, they have to get out there before the main event. They're chasing that very specific, fleeting window.
Which underlines the discipline involved, doesn't it? You have to commit.
Absolutely. The reward, that amazing light show, the feeling of renewal, it's reserved for those who show up early, often when it's still dark and cold. Paddling out, maybe?
And the lyrics acknowledge that difficulty, which I think is key. It says, at the beach with bleary eyes.
That line is perfect. Bleary eyes. It's so relatable.
It really is. It immediately tells you this person has dragged themselves out of bed. It wasn't easy. There was a cost.
It grounds the whole thing in reality, doesn't it? We hear a lot about rising grind culture, the 5 a.m. club. But Bleary Eyes admits it's hard work. You want the payoff, you have to put in the effort.
But the effort is worth it because they are catching that early morning sunrise.
Catching it. Like you said, it implies you have to be quick, agile. It's not just waiting for you. You have to actively grab it before it changes, before it disappears.
You snooze, you lose. Literally.
Right. So the fact that this person, despite the bleary eyes, is out there surfing in those colors, it tells you the song's core belief. The best moments, the real renewal, they're earned through effort, before dawn.
So the whole experience is framed as disciplined reward.
Yeah.
Which maybe brings us to the structure of the song itself.
Yeah.
How does the way it's put together reinforce this idea of ritual? There's a lot of repetition in the source lyrics.
Yeah, structurally, it absolutely supports the theme. It's cyclical, like the daily sunrise it describes. You notice those instrumental breaks and the way key phrases keep returning.
It creates a kind of rhythm.
It does, almost hypnotic. It slows things down. And the verses themselves are quite short, quite punchy, lots of simple rhymes, show and glow, drum, and one by one. Easy to remember, easy to internalize.
Like a chant or a mantra.
Exactly like a mantra. The structure makes it feel like something you could easily repeat. It reinforces the idea that this is a practice, something to be done regularly, not just heard once.
So the repetition isn't just for musical reasons. It's part of the meaning, making it feel essential.
I think so. Returning constantly to, as we salute to the sun, anchors everything. And then repeating those key sensory details, the ocean's drum, the low tides, the colors it drills home, the consistency of this moment. This coastal morning happens every day, reliably.
It makes the ritual feel dependable, necessary almost.
It's designed to feel like something solid you can return to daily, like the lyrical meditation that you perform.
So the structure itself helps turn this fleeting sunrise into something tangible, a practice you can hold on to. The repetition becomes part of the reward.
Yeah, it shifts the emphasis from just the beauty, which is temporary, to the ritual, which is repeatable and necessary. The physical world, the air, the tides, it's consistent, and the lyrics invite you to match that consistency with your own discipline.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up for everyone listening. What we've uncovered here is this incredibly detailed multi-sensory picture of a specific coastal morning ritual.
Very focused.
And the heart of it seems to be in these contrasts. You've got the soft, immersive orange and pink light flowing around you.
Right.
But set against the sharp, bracing, crisp air and that powerful, rhythmic ocean's drum.
The gentle and the forceful working together.
Exactly. And this whole intense experience is presented as a reward, but one you have to earn, reserved for the person who fights through the bleary eyes to be there before the sunrise is due. It's really making a case for disciplined effort, isn't it?
It absolutely is. This deep dive really shows that saluting the sun in this context isn't just quiet watching, it's active. It's a full-body experience that demands effort, movement, and stepping out of your comfort zone to really earn the start of the day.
Okay, so as you think about that effort, that commitment needed for renewal, here's a final thought for you, straight from the lyrics we've looked at. The song insists life begins when the day is young and describes this intense sensory ritual. So which specific element do you think is the most crucial ingredient for transforming just waking up into that meaningful salute?
Is it the enveloping color? Is it the driving rhythm of the waves? Or is it maybe the sharp shock of that crisp air?
Which part truly forces the change? Something to think about.
Definitely.
That's all we have time for on this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.